All right, today we are going to be talking mean absolute deviation. And it is called that because that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be taking the mean of the absolute values of the deviation from the mean. Back to mean again. So we're actually going to be using the words mean, absolute, and deviation today, all right, to talk about a set of data and what exactly the average is, and we're going to be talking about variance and why do we need to calculate variance. It's because we need to know what exactly the data is telling us. Okay, it's not enough anymore to just say the average. We need to have an average, and then we need to know where the data is in relation to the average. So we take a look at things like mean absolute deviation. And you don't want to make me mad. You won't like me when I'm angry. MAD, mean absolute deviation. So here we go, the Incredible Hulk style. First, you're given a set of data. You need to find the mean or average of that data. All right, so 52 plus 48 plus 60 plus 55 plus 59 plus 54 plus 58 plus 62 equals 448. And then you divide that number by 8 and you get an average of 56. By the way, to get those numbers, I looked at your last test scores. Whew, pretty terrible. No, just kidding. They're just made up numbers. All right, here we go. So, once you find the mean of your data, you want to start placing these numbers on a number line. So, 56 is your average. You want to go ahead and plot every other number in your data set. And you want to find the distance between each data value and the mean. That's supposed to say data. Sorry about that. So this is data. Each data value and the mean. We're talking about absolute value. All right. So you want to go from 56 down to 55 because 55 was one of our numbers. So on the number line, that's only one away, and I'm going to put an X. And then we had a 54, so that's one away from 55. Then we had a 52, so there's 53, here's 52. Then we had a 48, so 51, 50, 49, 48. And we had an X over there. And then going this direction, we had a 58. So that's 57, 58. We had a 59. We had a 60. And we had a 61. Nope, 62. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be putting X's there for you. So we had a 61, a 60, and a 62. So now we need to talk about, okay, how far away are each of those points from the 56 in the middle? So we've got 1. All right, and then here we've got a 2. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last one going that direction is all the way down to 8. So we've got an 8, a 4, a 2, and a 1. Going this direction, we've got a 2, and then we've got a 3, and then we've got a 4, and we have a 6. All right, so now we have found how far away each piece of data is from the mean. All right, and we're talking absolute values, so even though these go to the left, they are not negative. They are all positive numbers. Okay, so now the last step in finding the mean absolute deviation is to find the mean or average of those distances. So we add 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6. We divide that by 8 and we get 30 divided by 8, which is 3.75. So the mean absolute deviation, MAD, equals 3.75. What does that mean? Well, that means that the average distance from the mean, the average distance from 56 in our data set is 3.75 to the left and 3.75 to the right. So to the right, that's 59.75. All right, if we were to go 3.75 that direction. And then to the left, we want to subtract 3.75, so that's 52.25. All right, so we can say that most of our data falls in that range right there, from 52.25 to 59.75. All right, so that's kind of another way to figure out how far away the data is from the mean. We talked about in the box and whisker plot that 50% of the data falls inside the box. Well, another even larger percentage fits within the mean absolute deviation. All right. And then we're going to talk in our next video about standard deviation, and I'm going to tell you even more, an even larger percent of our data falls within the range of the standard deviation. So we talked about the mean of the numbers, the absolute value or distance away from the mean, and we talked about the variance or deviation, the difference between those numbers and the mean. Okay, so we used all three of those words, and you don't want to make me mad. So remember that when you are calculating mean absolute deviation. See you next time. Take those notes. Come in with questions. See ya.